What can be said that hasn't been said already? Is there even a point in trying? How do you share something in a new way that is meaningful, bright, and adds something of value to the collective? Does that even matter at all? Does it really need to touch a heart? What if it is only the act of expression itself that actually counts, not how or even if it is received by others? What if the act of expression is what really adds magic to the world, just having done it at all, regardless of its outcome? You, having done it, now shine brighter. And that is something. Just like every divorced person on the cusp of turning 30, I bought a van.
Both fans.
I spent all of 2022 building it out and filming my journey.
I'm Joey. This is Finnegan.
I had plans to make something great with the footage. Then suddenly, there I was, 2 years later, well into living in the van, and I had yet to do anything with it.
I'm at Home Depot yet again. I have to buy all new wood for my framing and start completely over. I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's the way I like it. I have done nothing. I've done nothing today. I've completed nothing. I did a lot, and then I had to undo it all. Hello. Hey, guess what? I finished my electrical system, and I have lights! And check this out. Everything works. This is the greatest moment. I cannot believe I did this. Did I just sob uncontrollably underneath these lights a moment ago? Maybe. I don't care. I am so proud of myself. I have power!
Why bother to tell a story that has been told so many times by now? How many other women before me got divorced and decided to live in a van with their dog, their cat? Exactly, I'm not special. But maybe that's the whole point.
One side done. Time for the other side.
Finally, I decided it was time to piece together some sort of story with it all. Try to discover what it all could mean for me. But how do you do that when so much time has already passed? When your life is so vastly different now? Isn't it fraudulent to pretend?
It is now mid-November, and I'm still not done with this van. But today is a fun day. Tile.
It's so wild to look back on it all, knowing what I know now. It would be impossible to create the video that I initially intended to create all that time ago when I was actively shooting the footage. I knew nothing at the time. I didn't know how challenging it would be living in the van. I didn't know how hard it would be to make the money I needed in order to continue on this path. I didn't know that my dog, Finn, would die tragically young in front of my eyes. I didn't know anything. So many moments to look back on, it's hard to remember it all. Ephemeral days leaving me dizzy.
If I show up, will you show me laughter? If I make you laugh, will you give me some time? 'Cause I know
Now, looking back, so much of my behavior the last year or so seems silly, unjustified, overdramatic. Losing Finn made me fragile, like the thin skin of ice atop an early winter's lake. It created a shift in me that I haven't quite figured out how to adjust to. I used to go years without a single tear, but now they pour out of me like rainwater down a gutter. I feel a little embarrassed now, reflecting on it all. How many people have suffered a loss far worse than that of just a dog? How many people suffer to a degree that I cannot even fathom? I wonder about the lessons that I was supposed to have learned. I wonder if I misinterpreted something. I wonder if I just missed seeing the lessons altogether. But what if loss is just loss, no lesson? I doubt I'll ever know the truth in these things. But what I do know now, looking back, is that these last few years, although filled with difficulties and loss, they also brought me so much joy, lightness, and love. I have met people I never could have dreamed up, ethereal beings who seem to be visiting from some other magical realm. I have seen so much of Mother Nature's beauty, jumping into her rivers and lakes, digging my toes into her sand. I've cried from laughter and I've cried from grief. I've learned more about myself and the ways in which I'd like to tend to the garden of my mind, my emotions, my body. Trim up the plants, thin out the weeds, adequate sunlight and water. I'm not there yet, but I'm learning.
I think too much. I wake up tired, terrified.
Sometimes you have a bad season and you yield a lot less crops. Sometimes one crop shrivels up entirely while another type flourishes. Maybe the lesson here is to accept the outcome and appreciate the bounty that did choose to grow for you, while also validating your feelings over what was lost. You can let it all weave itself into the fabric of who you are, the grief and the joy. And who knows, in the end, it just might be okay.
I can't stop. Our weekend plans fall apart. Dagger to the heart. Just when it gets hard, you are my story.